Hello friends, happy New Year's Eve. I've said that several times today because I'm like bulk filming, which is not something I normally do. How y'all doing? I promised you guys that I would take you with me as I filled out my trackers for this coming up year. I'm not going to fill out my Thrive yet. I'm going to fill out my other ones first. I will not fill out my cycle one with you. You guys don't need to know that. So, I have highlighters here, and they're just Walmart brand. They're not highlighters, they're markers. But they're chiseled tip and fine point. So I think that is going to help. Oh, self-care. Okay. So, I have 15 spots on each of these, except for the Thrive one, just because I knew I was going to share the Thrive one with you all, and I didn't want it to be super overwhelming. Yeah, let's start with steps. Excuse me. Okay, I kind of wanted to do this in order, and that's why I went through and I organized these markers. So, you guys have any plans? So I'm going to break this down a little further too. So there's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So let's start with this yellowish one. So, chisel tip. This is going to be 1, 2, 1.5. Okay, wow, no, you can't see that. Okay. I might go through and add the colors later. Okay. So this is 1 to 1.5. Okay. This is going to be 1.5 to 2K. 2 to 2.5. Okay. These are all going to be K. I probably shouldn't need to. Anyway. 2.5 to 3. 3 to 3.5. And so on and so forth. This will probably be really boring for you guys. So I might fill all it in later. But that's every 500 for that. For my sleep. Although I hope that I never get less than, there are days where I've had less than 4. So I'm going to do 3 to 3.5 hours. And then 3.5 to 4 hours. Etc. I'll be right back after writing all of those down. Okay, so I went back. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but I've filled in all of my steps. I'm going to go back and highlight it. I still capped out at 8, even though I added so much more. But that's okay. Anything over 8, I'll just write in like I did this year. And then for sleep, I really hope to never get more than 10 hours and never less than 3, so that's why I left that there. I'll go back and highlight them later. It really doesn't need to matter for that. But for the Thrive, let's go do that one. That's why you're all here anyway, right? So this is available in my Ko-fi. You can use it however you want. These are things for you. That being said, I don't want them to just be one area focused. I would like you to do like one in each. So my first one will be taking a bath. Because that can be good for my mental and emotional health. No spend day. And that can be my financial, physical workout. Read 10 plus minutes. Hit steps goal. Let me see. Even though this is going to be in my trackers, I'm going to put journal. Just because I think that that's going to be really good for the mental and the emotional health for me to get things out. Man, my handwriting looks weird. Anyway. I'm going to say stuck to my schedule. Because I do have a hard time doing that, because I either get tunnel focused on what I'm working on, or I get so overwhelmed that I just don't do any of it. What is one more thing? I want one more for physical health, but I can't think of anything besides working out. We'll do stretching. That could be like yoga or whatever. So like these will be the things, and I'll mark one off each day. Like I have a couple that are going to be like an easy one. Like there's a lot of times where I don't spend. Like I know I have a spending issue, but once I stop spending, like I don't do it every day. There are days where I go overboard and do a ton. So like this is I need to mark something off just to have a quick win, and this is going to be my quick win, because more often than not I don't spend. Like I didn't spend yesterday, I don't think. So yeah, so that's going to be my quick wins. There's sleep. And so like every week I'm going to check in with you guys. I'm going to say which one I did. I'm going to post mine on Thursdays. And I think other people are going to do it on other days. If you guys want to do it on Sunday, that's fully up to you. This one I want to not necessarily go in order, but I want this one to be colorful. But yeah, so I just I don't know, just some things to kind of be a win that is a quick win for you. And I mean, not necessarily all of them should be quick wins. Like they're things that you need to work on. I want you to be able to work on them, but I do suggest having one that's going to be like This is not going to be an issue for me. I do this all the time. That looks way more blue than purple. Oh, I really like these markers. I hope I remember which ones I use for this, though. Oops, sorry. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Oh well. That's pretty purple. Holy crap. I like it. I'm not a pink girl, but let's do pink. Is this orange or red? Oh, whatever that is. That is way darker than I thought it would be. Woo! Okay. Well, I'm not going to keep you any longer because I do have to do my check-in after this. So I will see you in a moment. Happy New Year's. Bye. Good morning, friends. How we doing? We all right? It's too early to tell sometimes. Welcome to the first Thrive in 2025 health check-in. How we doing? Have you guys recovered from New Year's Eve? Like, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, this is the weirdest tradition I think we as a people have, is that we make all these plans to do better and be better and whatever in the new year. And, like, a lot of people are like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to wake up on time. And then we spend the day before partying and staying up till after midnight, which makes getting up at, like, 5 or 6 or whatever to go to the gym next to impossible. And I think that's hilarious and shows the flaw in our system. And I think that's a lot of why a lot of people fail, is because there's a little inconsistency. Plus, a lot of the health things, like, I'm not a drinker, but a lot of people stay up late drinking. So, you know, I just think that's funny. Anyway, let's get into this. So I'm not going to do the weigh-in. Just, I know with how my schedule works, Thursdays I'm not going to have a ton of time to weigh in the mornings because I'll be going to work and stuff. So I'll still weigh in on Sunday, but I'll talk about it today. But yeah, okay, let's do this thing. So I am not one that likes to stay up on New Year's. I am very much so one. When did I take my pill? It was 9:30. I'm also one that once I stay up late once, my body wants to stay up late. So I was up New Year's Eve, I was up till 1:30, which I was annoyed at. But we had people over, which we don't usually do. And so I really didn't want to stay up, but because they were here, I had to. And then it takes me a while to fall asleep. So even though they left like 12:05 or whatever, I cannot calm down. So it was after 1:30 when I fell asleep. Plus the party neighbors were partying until like 4. And you could hear it through the closed windows. But last night, my goal right now is to get up at 5 so I can get used to it again. However, I'm okay with getting up at 6. But in order to do that, I need to be in bed at like 9 or 10. And last night, I went to bed, and then like 10:30, I was like, okay, I need to go to sleep. And so I laid down to go to bed, and like, I like tossed and turned for like an hour, and then I was like, forget it. Because like, usually when I'm tossing and turning, and after an hour, my eyes are heavy, and then I can finally fall asleep. My eyes were not heavy. Like, I was sitting there laying in the dark, just staring at the wall. So it was really annoying and frustrating. And so I just said, forget it. And I started doing stuff on my phone. And then I put my phone down just after midnight, and I was still up till like a ridiculously late time. Okay, so that's not so hot. Part of it is because of my staying up so late. I've been eating a lot of glutinous carbs later, and that is a huge thing that spikes my blood sugar. So, like, I didn't have dinner last night until, like, 7:30. Yeah. So, I need to get my sleep back on track to get everything else back on track. I can't take melatonin. It does not work on me. Ouch. I've done tart cherry juice, and it only works about half the time. And then the other half of the time, it, like, just gave me really weird dreams. Which, whatever, you know. And then, I have a sleep aid that works more often than not, but not every time. But it also gives me really weird dreams and leaves me like in a fog, and I'm not a fan of that at all. Sorry, I had to take a pill. 9:57. Alright, so when I take my blood pressure, I need to be quiet. So, but, yeah, so I gotta figure out something to get my sleep on track. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Do you guys ever, like, do this and have, like, the blood pressure cuff get stuck to itself before you can tighten it? It's super obnoxious. We're gonna run it again. Okay. 9:59, 1:47, 84. 7 a.m. Okay. So you guys did see my Thrive setup, like, right before this. So, that's good. That being said, like, today's the 2nd, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So, like, I have not made a whole ton of progress on it, since then. So, but we'll still get into it. Like, don't get me wrong. We're gonna do this thing. So, yesterday I ended up doing 3 of these things. Like, my initial thought was I was just gonna do 1, and no, I did 4. No, I did 3. 4 something else. I was just gonna do 1 and only mark 1 off, but, like, I don't know, I marked 3. So yesterday I did take a bath, I did journal, and then I read. I did this trying to go to bed, but then I didn't do my nighttime bed routine correctly, and I think that's part of it. But I also haven't done that routine in like 2 weeks, so. Alright, so the first New Year's Eve to the 1st, I got 5.5 hours of sleep. It was just over 5.5, I think. And then last night was even less. Let's check it out. So I did, like, snooze a lot. So let's see. My actual sleep time says that I fell asleep at 2:17 in the morning. I got 4 hours and 51 minutes. And then I snoozed for another 55 minutes. So that's 5 hours and 50. Dang it. Okay. And because I, like, went in different orders, like, I put numbers on the top of the case. So 5 hours and 50, that's this one. Which is the same. No, it's a different one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need number 6. Sorry, I should have had this open before I started. Next time. So yeah, my sleep has not been so hot. I cannot take a nap today. I know I took a nap yesterday, and I probably should take a nap today. However, I feel like that could be part of it too, even though I'm not napping late enough for it to do anything. Still. Because I took a nap and a bath yesterday, my steps were seriously low, like right there. So I'm going to go on a walk after this. So I could mark that, but I'm not going to mark it yet because, maybe something will stop me from getting a walk, like my house getting sealed in magically and I will never be able to leave again. I don't know. So, yesterday's self-care. I took a nap. See, I was just going to pick one and color it in, but, like, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I took a nap. I read. I took a bath. And I did a sheet mask. I did one for my calves. And it was like a peppermint infused one. Oh my gosh. Like, it smelled so good. It was like kind of a menthol smell. And then, like, on top of that, I think I left it on too long. Because, like, the peppermint, like, instantly chills your body. And that was kind of cool, even though I was already cold. And no pun intended. But then, like, after a while, it was just kind of so cold, it hurt a little bit. But it was, like, not a painful hurt. It was just like, oh. But it felt so nice. I don't know. I left it on for even longer. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Let's see. I've done scriptures. I've done my morning routine. And I've done my blood sugar and my blood pressure. Okay. I did everything yesterday except my nighttime routine and workout. And by then, when I filled this out, I had enough time that I could have thrown both of those in there. Especially being up till 2. But I filled all this out at like 7:30-ish. And I was like, yeah, I don't have the mental capacity to get that done. My spoons are spent. May has nothing anymore because that was my spinning stuff. But I will show you that. So I did go through and I set up this It's a big Happy Planner. It's just the regular size. This is the classic size, meaning this is a normal size. However, this is like the size of regular paper. So if I wanted to I bought the hole punch, so if I ever wanted to just add paper to it, I could, and I wouldn't have to cut anything down. But I'm using this as my like expense tracker, and my goal is to update it every day. So yesterday, I had to transfer from one account to another to send a family member some money for another family member because not tech savvy. So that was me adding the money being sent and then taking the money being sent. And then I gave cash to someone who was going to the bank and then transferred that out of their account. And then I made a credit card payment, which I'm counting as a no spend day. Not a no spend day. I'm counting that as a spend day. Even though, like, I didn't go to a store and buy anything, I still spent money. I'm also keeping track of my Capital One. So my balance yesterday was $1,658.02. And then I made my payment. And now it's $1,190.17. This is the only credit card I have, which is not bad. It's not the only debt I have. I have a car payment and student loans. So I know this amount probably is not as high as other people in the budgeting community. And my freaking out over it is probably not that big of a deal to them. But this is a lot to me, and especially on my small income already. Like, having a balance this high means that, like, I have to take it out of food money. Or I have to depend on other people for my groceries, which is not something I want to do. And then I put in my Ally account, and this is just the starting balance, which I didn't realize that was that high. 1,000 is my emergency fund, and then the other buckets, I think I have like 10 buckets. But I'm going to keep track of the amount that goes in, the total balance, the bucket it goes into, and then that individual bucket balance. I probably should switch these two. Or I had this one last. But that's okay. Next time. So it's just kind of a way for me to keep track of doing all of that. Weigh-ins. I was really good over Christmas and Thanksgiving and not putting weight on. New Year's kind of fell off the bandwagon. But I'm really not that far off. And I know it's because I'm eating late at night and so my body's not digesting enough. As we can also see by my blood sugar being spiked. So once I get back to going to bed on time, and when I go back to bed on time, I'll get my eating on time, and then this will all go down. But I'm still, like, that's not that bad. So I'm hoping to break even. Measurements I haven't done yet because that's the first Sunday of the month. Car payment. I didn't look it up, to be honest. Let me move this camera a little bit. Okay. BRB. Okay. So when I started this tracker, I had $12,043 left on my car. This morning, I have $16,740, rounding up to the nearest dollar. So if I divide that by 201, I have 16 cars colored off. 16? Really? That doesn't seem right, but okay. I'm going to go with it. So that is 5, 10, 15. I should be all the way up to here. Have I not been marking these off? I don't know. I should mark one off a month, but that makes it look like I haven't marked any off in months, but I know I have. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of roll with it. Wait, hold on. $20.43 minus, what was it, $16,740? divided by 201, because that's how much each one is. 16, okay. 16.4. I'm just going to color off 16. I really don't know, like, because I know interest is being added. That's why I do this like once a month, because then interest is added already, kind of a thing. But I don't quite know if I'm doing this accurately or not. Like, I'm sure there's a better way, but yeah. But now that I have that long-term sub job till May, I'm hoping to be able to throw more at this. However, I think I need to make sure that I have the summer months payments before I start throwing extra, because since it's a sub position and not a contract position, I'm not getting paid over spring break, which is 2 weeks. I'm not getting paid now, which was a 3-week break. And then I won't get paid over the summer, which our summer is only like 6 weeks long. So it's like a month and a half, but then like the first week back, you don't really get a paycheck anyway until the next month. So I need at least 2 months worth of car payments saved up. And even though I could be paying extra, which means my interest would go down, if I don't make the payments in the summer, then that interest is just going to add to a larger payment. So you know what I mean. But yeah. So that's the car payment update, which is kind of cool. It's nice having that one add. I'm getting bored of that tracker though, I'm going to be honest. And then for my student loans, when I started this last year about this time, I had $29,890. And as of this morning, I have $29,988. So it has increased $90 because of interest. I am like furloughed or whatever it is, while they decide whether or not they want to give me the teacher loan forgiveness. And apparently they have till August to decide. So I don't have to make payments, but they're still adding interest on me. So that's why I'm still making payments, but it seems like all of the payments are just going straight to interest. I would like to add more to this too, but again, I have to make sure my summer months are covered before I can go extra on that. Credit card debt, we already did that. I'm not using this. Movie tracker, we're not going to worry about so much. There's something else I needed to do in this video, and I was like, oh, let's talk about goals for 2025. Let me grab that notebook real quick. So on Sunday, I went over like what my 2024 goals were and if I did or did not succeed in them. And honestly, my 2025 goals are pretty similar. One, I'm going to be kinder to myself. Like, I get so on myself all the time, and that's really me, and I kind of hope that's a goal for all of us. I will walk 7K steps 6+ days a week. So that means like on Sunday, on the day of rest, if I don't hit it, I don't hit it. But I wouldn't mind hitting that. And this should be 7K plus. Because if I go over, I'm not going to like be upset. Although there are a lot of times where I'm like, I want to hit my steps before I go to work. Or after when I'm at work, and then when I get home, I do nothing. I will have 2,500 in my high yield savings account. However, we just looked and I'm already almost at 2,000. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 3,000. Plus, I'm hoping I'm not biting off more than I can chew with that. But I feel like I can get $500 in there pretty easily. So I'm hoping I'm going to do it. I will have less than $100 a month of credit card debt each month. As you saw right now, like, I don't mind using my card. That's how you build your credit score. But I don't want more than 100 because anything more than that is going to stress me out. And that's not good. I will say nighttime prayers daily and have them focused. A lot of the times when I'm praying, my mind just kind of ADD wanders. So I want them to be focused because I think they'll be more meaningful. I will lose 50 pounds of fat by December. I did 25 this year. I want to increase that. I want to not have any lazy days. I will go to the gym at least once a month. That is not a workout. That is to the actual gym. I want to go to an actual gym at least once a month to try to help get over that anxiety. I will stick to my budget and my schedule 90% of the year. Granted, there are times when I'm sick or times where you just can't stick to a schedule because of whatever reason. So that's that 10% to count. So yeah. I will take care of my mental and physical health. I just got to make that a priority. I'll go to the temple once a month. I know that's the same exact one as last year, but with my schedule right now, I couldn't figure out another time. Like I wanted to do twice a month, but now that I don't have the ability to take a random weekday off, can't do it. This one, I feel so dumb for putting this one down every year. It's something I want so bad, and it's getting pregnant and having a happy, healthy baby. I don't have a man in my life. I don't necessarily want a man in my life, but and using a donor is fine, and I have someone that I want to use as a donor, but there's obstacles. But for like doctor's visits, it's super expensive, and just to order the stuff from a donor bank, it's like $1,000 to do it yourself, and then like $900 just to send it to a doctor, and then the doctor does all the other stuff. That's also expensive. So, yeah. So I feel really dumb for putting that down there, but that's one that I want, and I want to focus on it. I will. Ooh, that's supposed to be use, not us. I will use what I have bought. A lot of the times, like especially if I'm grocery buying, I buy what I want. That sounds good, and then I get home and realize I don't want to eat it. Or I'll buy like a trendy item and whatever. I'll use what I have bought. I will not buy things I don't need. Sorry guys, I gotta stay off of Etsy. And I will sell/donate what I don't use or don't need. So like, donate my clothes. Like I have one of those projectors, like you plug in your phone, you plug in a stick or whatever, and you can project it like a movie onto a wall. I bought it in 2020, never used it. I need to sell it. I will get the full amount approval for the teacher loan forgiveness, and it will be approved before May. I really want it to be approved before May because that is when work stops. However, it's up to the government to get that done. So I'm just praying that it gets done. And then I will not need to take medication daily for my health by December. Like right now I take 2. One is for a thyroid and one is for cholesterol, but I don't think the cholesterol is working, but they say it's a long haul one. Like I wouldn't see it go up and down there, but it's working behind the scenes. I don't know. I have to get blood work done soon to really tell. But yeah, those are my goals. And that was Thrive in 2025, episode 1. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what your Thrive goals or setups are, and have a fantastic day. Bye.